years, for maybe 10 or 15 years, I guess. But the main thing in Montreal is the festivals. There are so many festivals in Montreal. You have jazz. I think it's the next slide. Oh no, this is so small. Oh, wait, what's happening? Okay. Oh, it's not working like the one I have at home. Okay, so can we go back to where we were? Yes. Okay, this one. Okay, it's small. I thought I would use this, but I couldn't use it. Fit the screen. Okay. No, this is not a festival. It's just La Fête Nationale. So again, the word national here means La Fête des Québécois. So it's a very typical thing. But about the festival, next slide. This is a jazz festival. There are so many festivals. For jazz, for blues, for rock, for classical music, for movies. We have 2 movie festivals. There's a festival for comedy, the Festival Juste pour Rire. There is an English version, Festival Just for Laugh. You have not hundreds, but near many tens of festivals during the summer. There is even an off jazz festival, and for the people who couldn't make it to the jazz festival, there's an off, and I even heard that there is an off jazz festival for those who couldn't make it to the off jazz festival. So it's almost a joke. So there is Arabic music festival, and you could do a Persian stuff festival, and it would work. I'm pretty sure you could eat Korme Sabzi and so on. So I'm sure it would work in music and all this stuff. And there is even, I was with a friend someday, an Iranian friend, and she wanted to learn French, and she said, well, maybe a good thing would be an English movie with French subtitle. So we look on the internet, and there was a festival running of French movies with English subtitle, exactly what she wanted. There was a festival for that. Okay, it's called Cinémania. So, and there are wars between the festivals, and it's okay. So if you get bored during the summer in Montreal, you really have a problem. Francophonie for the French songs and so on, heavy metal. Okay, and the 1st of July is 7 days after the 24th of June. 24th of June is Fête Nationale des Québécois, and normally 1st of July would be the La Fête du Canada, as you know. But here, no, that's what we do on the 1st of July. We move. We pack our stuff and we move around. So it was decided a few, maybe 20 years ago that the leases would end on the 1st of July. So, and I don't know why they chose this date, because it wasn't, they said it was in the summer, so the children are not at school, so you can move, and it's better for the children when they come back to school in September. But some people took it politically, because why did they choose the Canada Day for that? Okay, here in Montreal, and all around the places in Quebec, it's the same. So in places where you don't suspect, there is political issues. After July, you have more festivals, film festival, and maybe in fall you will have Épluchette de blé d'Inde. This is corn, but we call it blé d'Inde. Blé means wheat, and Inde is from like India. Of course, we are not in India, but Christophe Colomb thought he thought that he was in India. So the name was being kept, and the native people of America were eating this, so we're still eating them with butter and salt. Delicious. After that, you have Halloween, and you have I don't have size for that, but you know what it is. And Le Temps des Fêtes. which starts with there's Christmas and the New Year at 1st of January, so everybody goes crazy. All the stores are, you have to buy all your gifts and so on. So you probably know about that. So that's the around the year. I don't. If I think about something else, I will tell you. Now, what I would like to go through with you is the important historical event that you should know about, and it starts with the 19th century. 1837, 1838. This was there was an armed rebellion. It would be a revolt from the French Canadian living in not very far from Montreal, and they were crushed by the British Empire, of course. And we call those fighters les patriotes, and this is an icon. You will see people with this image on their T-shirt if they are very, for example, for the independence of Quebec or whatever. And so this is borderline with extremism. Okay, it's not a mainstream icon, but you will see it. So you have to know where does that come from. It comes from the we call them the patriotes. Patriot means Antartan, something like this. I have it.
Patriot.
Okay, you know what it is. Patriots in English also. Okay, so and also the third Monday of May there is a holiday. It used to be a holiday for the Queen Victoria. Okay, and recently they changed it for le Jour des Patriotes. So again, it's all political. And after, so about those events which are from an historical point of view very interesting, there is a very good movie that maybe you would like to watch. It's called precisely 15 février 1839. It's a movie by Pierre Falardeau. He's a very famous movie maker, Québécois. He is dead now. He has died, I think, last year. And this is a very good movie. And there is a hero figure in this movie. His name is de Lorimier. There is in Montreal. There is you have Papineau Street, de Lorimier Street. You have Market. I'm not sure, but there are a few streets in the east part of Plateau Mont-Royal, which goes from north to south, and the names of those streets are the names of those people who were hanged in 1839, like de Lorimier and Papineau, and they were hanged here in Montreal near the river, not very far from those streets today. So this movie is about those people you should know about. And so if we jump in the 20th century after the war, this guy's name is Maurice Duplessis. You should know about him because it was the time that was, oh, you see this flag? Yeah, it was very recent. He was the first Prime Minister of Quebec. He was the Prime Minister of Quebec. He was the one who introduced this flag for Quebec. And by the way, this flower on the flag does not grow in Quebec. It grows in Europe. So it's a French symbol. And the cross means, the cross is for the religion, the Roman Catholic Church. And precisely this era from 1914 to 1945 until the 60s was called La Grande Noirceur, the Dark Age or something like this, because it was a very harsh time for intellectuals or people who wanted freedom of speech and so on, because he was very close to the clergymen, and he was afraid of communists. He was like a little George Bush of that time in Quebec, and he was running the province like like it were his own business. And